Shabbat Shalom. It's wonderful to be here for my turn finally of our high holiday videos. I'm very excited. I'm particularly excited, not just because it's my turn, but also because I get to do this particular video, which is the first one before what I really feel is the kickoff of the high holiday season, Selichot. Selichot is coming up Saturday night. You do it on a Saturday before Rosh Hashanah, unless the window is a little bit too tight, because if you think about fast forward, Rosh Hashanah starts on a Sunday night, and you'll never be able to get 4 services in, and that's kind of the goal. You have to have 4 Selichot services before Rosh Hashanah, and we wouldn't be able to do that if we actually did it on Saturday that's right before Rosh Hashanah. So we start this Saturday. Yep, very exciting though. Selichot as a service, more or less, what does the Ashkenazim do? Has existed, at least in this form we know, since the 11th century. We actually find it in the Machzor Vitri, which is really the first organized Machzor prayer book. And you really see the Selichot service in there in the kind of more of a modern form. That said, the Selichot prayers, those exist even back in the Mishnah. We can find them in the Mishnah. So that was more like 2,000 years ago. Jews have been saying Selichot for a long time. We start to see, again, in the Mishnah, the kind of the call and response. Something happens, we say he, or God will answer us. There's something happens, God will answer us. Something will happen, God will answer us. We start to see that even 2,000 years ago, those prayers are being written and they're being said by Jews, which I think is really cool. We have the 13 attributes of God are very commonly recited during Selichot. And we want to recite God's attributes, not just to butter up God, we're not buttering up God, but really as a reminder for ourselves that God serves so many purposes in our lives. Particularly, we emphasize, unsurprisingly, I think, the attribute of mercy, because with Yom Kippur coming up, we really want to emphasize that God is merciful, because we are thinking about the things that we did well this year and the ways we missed the mark. Let's go. The tunes of Selichot, very famous. We're going to hear, you're going to hear tunes on Selichot that you haven't heard all year. And one of the highlights for me really is to hear some of those melodies and those tunes. And I'm standing up there in a big fluffy white robe, and I hear the tunes, and I'm like, instantly, it's, oh, my holidays are they're really coming. It's very exciting. The tunes are, some people say they're sad, and I think that's fair, but I think of them as being more serious and moving, powerful, kind of awe-inspiring, because you want you to be in awe. I want you to be in awe of the moment and the time and the season and God, frankly. That's kind of the point. And the music is what helps gets you there. People, human beings, love music. We always have. And that's one of the great, powerful parts of high holidays. And Selichot is no exception. The timing of Selichot services, not everyone. Some people like to have a bone to pick with the timing of Selichot services. Oh, Rabbi, they're so late, because traditionally they're at, late. But did you know that originally Selichot services were at dawn? So would you rather stay up late, or would you rather get up really early to go to shul? I don't want to I already have a toddler. I already get up too early. I don't want to be at shul super early either. So even a long time ago, when these things were being hammered out, the Jews were like, no, we don't want to get up at dawn. No, thank you. So they decided to move the service up from dawn to midnight, which was seen as more reasonable. That being said, here at Beth Yeshurun, midnight is a little bit much. I love y'all. I don't want to be at shul at midnight. I certainly don't want to be starting a service at midnight. So here at Beth Yeshurun, we actually have a wide variety of Selichot options. On Saturday, this actual Saturday, when Selichot begins, we have a family-friendly Splish Splash Selichot at 5:30. That's a very family-friendly time. So if you have littles or young elementary, we have Splish Splash Selichot out on the splash pad, the Beth Yeshurun Day School splash pad. It's going to be summer again, so they should bring your little ones dressed for splishing and splashing around. We will also have some high holiday swag and a kosher lunchable style dinner. I'm very excited about the kosher lunchable style dinner, particularly because I never got to eat them as a kid. And my toddler is very excited about the splash pad too. So if you'd like to come to that, you do have to RSVP. We want to have enough kosher lunchable style dinners for everybody. That's needs an RSVP on our website by 2 p.m. Friday. So if you do that, be super helpful. Now, if you want to come to Selichot in general, if you're not a little, if you want to come to Selichot here at Beth Yeshurun, it does not start at midnight because we have Rahmanis on all of you and all of us. We start at 7:45 with Havdalah, And we go at 8 o'clock to a movie about the life of Shimon Peres, super interesting. And of course, can't be a Beth Yeshurun event or any Jewish event without food. We will be providing you with movie-style snacks. I'm also excited about the snacks. I'm really excited about the food. I'm Jewish. Anyway, after the movie, we will go into our little short break for more snacks. And then our traditional Beth Yeshurun Selichot service and the changing of the mantles. The choir will be there. The cantor will be there. It's going to be a powerful and moving, not a long service, but a really, I think, great way to kind of jumpstart your high holidays season. Because once Selichot starts, it's kind of like an Offer before a wedding. You know, it's like an Offer isn't a wedding, but it kind of is a reminder to you because you're going through this experience. You're physically there, and you go, "Wow, okay, the big day is coming." Selichot, the same thing. You go to Selichot services. You join virtually for Selichot services, and you go, "Wow, the high holidays are really coming. It's starting to feel like high holidays now." And I'm going to let that not stress me out, or at least I will pretend that it's not going to stress me out. I hope it's not going to stress you out. I hope you learned a little bit about Selichot, and I really hope to see you at one or both of our Selichot events here at Beth Yeshurun. And no matter what, I hope you have a wonderful Shabbat full of shalom and an early Shana Tova.